The Washington Post, who are people that pretend to be neutral journalists but are actually woke progressive activists, are on strike today because they are mad they're not getting paid enough money, even though their company is projected to lose $100 million this year. We're going to look at that video of them melting down over not getting paid enough and some other reactions on X.com. Before we get started, I'm David with Americans for Limited Government. If you value a limited government and you want liberty news, hit subscribe, hit follow. We've got great videos coming up for you. All right, here is their reaction.
I have risked my life on the front lines of war.
I've covered an insurrection,
a global pandemic,
historic racial justice protests,
climate change,
and gun violence in America.
I work hard to make sure you know exactly what's going on in our DC community.
To hold powerful institutions to account.
And to bring you the latest visuals from around the globe.
And I have failed to offer us a fair deal that keeps pace with the economy and our competitors.
So on Thursday, I'm walking off the job.
I am walking off the job.
For 24 hours.
With hundreds of my Washington Post colleagues.
Because we're worth more.
Worth more.
Worth more. Worth more than what the company is offering.
I'll just end it there. Here's what they don't understand. You're worth what the market says you're worth. If your company is losing money, how are you expected to be paid more than you're worth? What the profit you're bringing in the door? And Jeff Bezos is a shrewd businessman. Now, whether or not he's going to continue to subsidize an unprofitable company, who knows? But the fact is, you're not worth more if people aren't paying. And here's the first reaction on Twitter. 750 Washington Post staffers, or X.com rather now, are going to walk off the job today. They're pitching it as a historic protest. Reality is no American will notice it or care, except for the people who are pointing it out that no one will notice or care. Is the Washington Post profitable? No, they're expected, as I mentioned earlier, to lose $100 million. And to double down on this, Politico says Washington Post is losing money, but not the Wall Street Journal. And the industry as a whole is profitable. People are just sick of woke journalism, progressive values packaged as neutral fact-telling, progressive activism packaged as the straight facts. People are sick of that. And Washington Post recently published a whopping 18 articles, 6 just this week, comparing Donald Trump to Hitler, after the Republican presidential candidate's remarks comparing communists and fascists to vermin. Now, he was speaking of a very small subset of people, while many on the far left call all Trump supporters maggots. So it's not even the same, but you'll just see how the Washington Post, they're echoing dictators of Hitler and Mussolini. Here's another one here. Hitler, Mussolini. They're trying to frame him in such a bad way that I think they honestly hope something bad happens to him based off of what they're saying that would inspire something bad to happen. Here's Colin Rugg. Hundreds of Washington Post journalist staffers walk off the job on a strike after the Post decided to go forward with massive job cuts. The corporate media is dying in real time. You love to see it. The Democracy Dies in Darkness employees are fuming now that the Post can no longer afford to have them. The Babylon Bee writers stand in solidarity with our fellow fake news writers going on strike at the Washington Post. And here's an example here of them lying just about the economy. This was 5 months ago, or nearly 5 months ago. Despite a year when inflation pushed prices to new heights, Americans are still better off now than before the pandemic, with nearly 10 to 15% more in their bank accounts than in 2019. New checking and savings data, account data shows. Americans are not better off. And like a lot of these people say on X, we feel that Washington Post has been harmful to America. Their activism, pretending to be journalism, is not great at all. So no one cares that you're walking off and you're complaining about not making enough money. Hey, you don't earn enough money. We only care enough to point it out. So, hey, again, if you enjoyed this update, thumbs up, subscribe, follow, comment below. Let us know what you think. We'll be back with more soon. Take care.